About it is Optic versus Liquid. The draft is underway, so we'll be able to shoot you guys straight into this one, as already we have a couple of bans coming through. So Liquid ban out the Willow, and they ban out that Visage.
I like this ban a lot by Liquid, as we've been seeing Optic, and I mean, well, we'll say Optic, but we've seen 33, what he can do on these micro heroes. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And we were talking about it before, right? Liquid is 3-2, and Optic is 4-1 right now in the group. So,
and I think what I like about that early ban of the Visage, it says, you know, it's Liquid saying not only that you're obviously not going to get the Visage passes because you physically can't, but that they are thinking about 33. So, like, you sort of say the Brewmother pick, that's going to be very hard for Optic to slip through, because almost to the point where I don't think you can do Brewmother against Liquid already. You know that Liquid is going to be prepared, or at least they may even just ban it out if they see at the end of the draft a situation where Optic might try for a 5th pick Brood.
I wonder if Liquid's going to ban the Pango here. Because you're versus Optic.
Because we know what Zai can play it.
Zai plays it.
Zai plays it
a lot.
Yep.
He is the support, but they might run it in a different role. They might put it in and may switch the roles
I like
up
what
again.
You did there.
But
a different role. Yeah.
Okay, that was not intentional, but thank you for catching that one.
5 seconds remaining.
And of course, the legendary mid Pango from CCNC.
Oh no, has he done that?
No, I'm sure.
Oh god,
but I want to see it.
The legendary. I like every time I think that we've said the legendary blank, it's been like because we were like the legendary 7 Magnus, and then that game he fed super hard.
Come on, Quinn, do it for the fans. Let's have a look. Veno actually banned out as well here by Liquid. Interesting. This is not normally the team that's banning Veno. It's normally the team against Liquid banning Veno. What do you think about that? I mean, it's all kind of cool seeing these sort of different bans from Liquid, but it's leaving a lot of very popular heroes in the pool.
I'm wondering why they would actually do that. Has Optic? Let me look. Let me see if Optic has actually played it. I don't think they have, right? I can't recall a Veno game from Optic.
No, I think they did. They did.
Today, they did play it.
They did. Didn't they do it today?
I didn't get the chance to see those games.
They did it today. Oh,
it was today. You're right.
It was today. Yeah, they did it today. They did it today.
I didn't get to see the morning game versus LGD.
Yeah, they did it against the old Anti-Mage, wasn't it? No. Yes. They did it against.
Well, it was Anti-Mage was picked after the Veno, but.
Well, who picks Anti-Mage into Veno?
What do you mean? That was the old counter. People used to always pick it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm thinking the other way around. I'm getting them mixed up in my head. You're absolutely right.
You muppet.
Everyone picks Anti-Mage into Veno because it beats Veno.
Yeah. And they open up with the Sand King.
Right, okay. Sand King. Let's, so, Rubik? Do we just get the Rubik here?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rubik and
Razor.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they could go for Rubik Razor. They do really like that opener.
Do it.
5 seconds remaining.
Do it. Let's have a look. See what they want.
I'm just wondering if they do maybe go for that. If they do go for that Pango too, like do they Rubik Pango?
Oh
maybe?
Yeah, still that. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, come on.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, we've only seen the one Pango, and I believe Mineski won with it, right?
I don't know what happened. Do what happened in that game? Do we know
what happened
in that game? I have no idea. We've not been watching that group.
I got this.
Because we've been casting this group. We're going to find out live now. I'm sure you guys and girls in chat are spamming already who won.
I mean, I actually could just probably look at the chat and find out faster.
I wouldn't look at the chat. They're probably spamming rude things.
No, they've been really nice lately.
They've been nice.
We love the chat. Mineski did win with the Pango earlier.
Ah, PPD thinks his puppy.
There you go.
Picks himself the bounty.
Okay.
So who won?
Bounty. Mineski did win.
Oh, they
did win.
Okay, so
Ice murdered Secret with Pango, they said.
Oh. That would have been a fun one to see. Shame we had to miss a bit of that.
We saw majority of that.
We saw a little bit. We saw the starts of it. Bounty. Where's the
And
Pango? Come on, Optic. Do it for your fans. I know that the Optic fans out there are going to be calling for it.
I don't know if they want to pick the Rubik with this, right?
Or Ruby Bounty?
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Bane.
Oh, it's PPD, isn't it? He wants the Bane. He wants to get the Bane on his side. Bane Bounty, a support opening from Optic Gaming. Not a support opening you see from a lot of teams, but Optic Gaming. I want to show it.
I think the way that they think about it, right, is your Bounty's not a laner. He's strictly going to be moving around the map, and they want someone to secure the lane. I mean, so that's Bane, right? That's how I would think about it, at least.
What do you think about the recent nerf to Bounty Hunter? Is it that much of a hit, having that, taking away the scaling mana cost of the Shuriken, making it 150 all levels?
I think it'll hurt a little, but you know what? You're going to be running around with tons of clarities on this hero anyway, and the threat that this hero causes anyway is just the invis, really.
Okay.
Sure, the Shuriken will hurt a little bit, but you're going to be, I mean, there's so many clarities anyway that you're going to have on this, like I said.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess it was a nerf, to the Ags Bounty Hunter build because that was so incredibly OP.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, affecting that level 1 shuriken a whole lot with
Yeah.
that Aghanims, you know, right on?
Well, you know, sometimes if you get a couple of kills, it's the next thing you know, 2 minutes in, you have an Aghanims on the bounty.
Just Owen things.
Yeah.
So the Lone Druid picked up. Liquid has now been going back to this hero, Matu.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, nice and early pick as well from them.
10
Second
seconds
pick.
remaining. 5
Yeah, still a
seconds
little bit
remaining.
sort of. I guess as we went down to the fact that the Venom was banned because Optic did win with it, but it's just a little bit surprising that I feel still that it was sort of prioritized against a lot of the other heroes that Optic's been playing in the other games.
Yeah, I think, like in particular, I think they want to. They kind of want to switch the way that they've been playing a little, is what it tells me. Like of course, they've been playing Matu a lot on these sacrificial roles, but now I think they want to be putting him on a more important role, especially in like right now in these like best of ones. That's like my take on it, at least. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But.
Dire team ban.
Lifestealer will be the ban.
Mm-hmm.
One of the looking at sort of the PyCat carries that are still sort of sticking out, I think the big one really is Luna that we've been seeing a lot of teams playing, especially PyCat. I think that we've definitely got to keep our eyes out for the Luna this draft.
It's also, I'm just gonna keep putting it out there during the bans too. Is are they gonna take out Pango? Because it's like that can really mess with your game plan.
Yep. And yeah, definite ways that you can get straight to the back line. You know, get on top of the Lone Druid himself.
I think you're spot on with the Luna as well. Like this Terrorblade ban.
I mean, it's just. I don't know how many games PyCat. How many games has PyCat played?
Here he's played
not
2.
That much? It's just 2, but still.
But I mean, in their recent games, both games they did win with the Luna.
Yeah,
yes.
I think
10 seconds remaining.
No, 3 games, dude.
Is it 3? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like he's been playing a lot.
5 seconds.
No, that was a
remaining.
newbie playing the Luna.
Well, you know, same thing.
Owen, take a sip of your drink.
Okay. They won the game where newbie picked the Luna, you see, so
they're good against it.
They know
as
how
well.
to use it and they know how to play against it. They are experts on the Moonglaive goddess.
Dire team pick.
So Underlord gets taken out. All right.
Still that Pango. Still that Luna.
Yep. I think I do really think that they do want that Luna. It's Luna or. Oh no, PL's banned. So yeah.
When people play against Optic, do they ever ban out CC and C's heroes?
10 seconds
don't.
remaining.
I don't think so. Not too much.
That feels kind of bad for Quinn.
People ban his puck.
Oh, they ban his puck.
They ban his puck sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. His puck is actually. I really like his puck. I think that's his best hero.
There we go. CC's getting the recognition
credit.
he
Come on,
deserves.
man.
Yeah, give Quinn some credit. Come on.
Team
Please give me
Liquid's
Pango.
turn to pick.
Oh, it's a Gyro.
It's a gyro. So that was the other hero that we were,
It's a
we were
gyro.
talking about the Luna a lot, but the gyro was still there.
It's very nice with the bounty, of course. Having
Great
the
with
track
yeah.
flat. The track flag. There you
Track flag.
go. Track flag.
And the lane.
The
Bane
track
gyro. Very strong dual lane.
Yeah, for sure.
10
So
seconds remaining.
no surprises in that sense.
I think also with the gyro they want to
5
play
seconds
fast-paced, right?
remaining.
Because if you're playing versus Lone Druid, it's always going to be like that hero's going for the most part is going to go that Radiance build. So it does take time for that
We
to
have
build
seen
up.
different builds, but
That's been versus Razor. I think the only time I've
okay.
seen the
That's
ranged
when you
Lone
do
Druid is
the-
when you do the Dominator. I mean, we'd still see Dominator before the Radiance on
we
Lone
could
Druids now,
still
but
see a Razor from Optic, you know.
I guess we could,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I think the idea behind this is that they want to play fast.
Yeah.
They want to play it, moving this gyro around constantly and being able to punish the fact that Liquid's going to have to play kind of this 4v5 in a way until the Lone Druid has that Radiance after
Yeah,
the
I
Dominator.
think that's a good approach as well. And Optic have proved to us that they can play that style quite well.
I mean, they've been closing out their games pretty quickly. They closed a 26-minute, 38, 44, 27, 34. I mean, that's pretty solid.
A couple of pre-30-minute games.
Yeah. I mean, that is when they had the pre-30 at least was with a Brood and a Visage, but still overall they've been...
I mean, Brood's still there.
quite well.
They could sneak in a Brood game
They could.
if they want to. But as I said, Liquid, as we were saying, batting out the Visage, we know that they are going to be thinking about Mr. 33.
Yes. What does Liquid want?
Oh, we're still...
The Enchantress is still in the pool. They're going to go for the Brew early on. Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking like I know that they've been like first two opening the Ench, and my control really likes playing Ench versus Gyrocopter. I thought that could have been an option, but so Brewmaster here. Okay.
10 seconds
So they want to be able to
remaining.
get a more team fight with like the Sanking and the Brew
5
versus this
seconds
Bounty Hunter.
remaining.
Yeah, Brew can certainly be very good. I mean, obviously the lane, and also in the team fights, really, especially with the longer cooldown on Flak. You really need to get something done
Yeah.
with it. And if he pops Flak, you just send him up in the air, and suddenly a lot of his team fight potential is sort of taken out towards those mid to later stages of the game if you can just disable him for the duration of his flat cannon.
And it can let them fight without the Lone Druid. They can buy the time, and Brewmaster can be that aura builder for the Lone Druid to just get that much stronger. Okay.
So back to Optic, and as we are expecting still to see that mid and off lane hero, CCNC. I'll see if his pick potentially left to the fifth one. Unless they want to do something with 33.
It's not going to be a Pango. It's a Tide Hunter.
It's not a Pango.
So Tide, I think, has Tide? I'm going to check, actually, too. I've been checking a lot.
I've been checking a lot.
Tide's been picked, but I don't know if he's been doing so great here. Where's my tab? There he is.
10
Tide.
seconds remaining.
0% win, 5 games.
I see. Yeah.
5
Yeah, that's not good.
remaining.
That's not good.
That's not good. Well, he's got a good KDA though.
1.68. I mean,
I speak for the trees.
It's better than negative.
Nature's Prophet. So they're going to be running
a support prophet.
Support Prophet. Or a support brew?
Or a carry brew. Or a mid brew.
No.
No, they might. You don't think they might do the mid brew and the? Because I mean, sure, you've got mind control on your team. Surely you've got to have mind control playing the prophet.
I mean, we've been seeing a lot of these support Nature's Prophet coming out. Though,
I mean,
right?
that is true. Yeah, it's support Nature's Prophet is certainly the thing of the month.
I mean, you've got mind control though.
You've got mind control. How can you deny that man his prophet?
Team Liquids.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
we will
Liquid
see.
might be trying something a little bit different here. But as you say, if you're looking at the composition and what we've come to expect from teams as a whole, it is most likely, it feels in this meta, for it to be a support Nature's Prophet. But you never know with Liquid.
Interesting. I mean, you look at Liquid and you're like, where are the lanes going to go, right? Like Brewmaster, Nature's Prophet, Sanking. Sure, you could say, like, support Sanking, support Nature's Prophet, Brewmaster off lane, Lone Druid probably mid, but it is a little bit of that unorthodox. You're not 100% sure. They could vary in a lot of different ways. Okay.
Well, Optic, they will still ban out the safe lane hero, that jug.
Team Liquids.
And they ban the Brood. Okay. Yeah. So banning out the Visage and the Brood Mother.
I think
pretty necessary. Yeah. As Optic has saved 33's hero for last, and they do have the very last pick too. So, one of those superheroes that he can play. I don't think there's really one of those left that can just win a game straight up.
Well, 30. You mean it would be CCNC's hero, isn't it? For the last pick for Optic.
Remaining.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I mean, I guess.
Well, unless you think they might swap again, and
I guess in theory, yes, it would probably be 33's hero, but we have seen them swapping roles a lot.
And what was that? Because CCNC played the gyro, right?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
So it could actually just be Pycat's hero last.
Yeah. No, I think Pycat's gonna play the gyro.
Pycat would have. Well, CCNC played it in the other game, didn't he? The game you just opened up, it had CCNC on his gyro.
That was a while ago.
Okay, that was a long time. Was it?
That was 6 days ago. That was not at this tournament, though.
Sure, it wasn't that long ago. You never know. They might switch it up in that sense.
They did pick a...
What else was being played when they...
I misclicked 1 second.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, we'll find out very shortly. Here's this final pick from Optic. We'll come
they had an Enigma on 33 in that one game where CCNC played gyro.
Well, that's not going to happen with a Tide on the lineup, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, I'd love to see some Ravages and Black Holes coming out from the same team, but that will not be likely. So Optic Gaming.
Queen of Pain, though, picked up.
So it is the support prophet.
Yeah, so I mean, we
did.
The lanes are what we assumed, and they're gonna pick DK in response. Okay, so DK gyro cores, a lot more standard. We thought maybe they'll go a little bit off the wagon here from Optic, but they're picking just a very straight up lineup versus Team Liquid.
And yeah, so let's see how this goes with the.
Let's see how Kuroki Nature's Prophet does. Right, I don't think he's played this one in a while.
I mean, as we saw, he got a chance to carry, and then it was put down to support. He's trying to pick these heroes that he can carry a game with from the support position. And the Prophet certainly can be one of them. Let's see how Kuro can do on it. And, of course, the roles from Optic, the standard, the Pycat gyro, CCNC, mid DK, and the off lane 33.
They're going to try to, I think with the Nature's Prophet and the Brew, they're going to look to pressure the Gyrocopter with the Treants as well as the Brewmaster, because then the Barrage is going to be pretty underwhelming once he starts getting it, because there's going to be just Treants tanking a lot of that damage. I think they're going to try to give My Control a pretty good game on the side of Liquid, but okay, let's see. I mean, they drafted Queen of Pain. I haven't seen Quap too often, at least in this tournament either.
No, it's certainly a flashy hero, a miracle hero, if there ever was one. You can imagine he's going to have a lot of fun playing.
I'm kind of wondering what lanes they're going to do. I think they're going to put Matu in the mid lane. And Miracle safe. Yeah, Miracle's going to go safe lane.
So what, you're looking to try and get the Quap versus the Tide in a 1v1? Is that the plan, really? Or What are sort of Liquid hoping by making this change?
I'm trying to think, actually. I think he just wants to make sure that he doesn't get, like, just crippled by the bounty hunter so much. Because, like, DK as well, you can't, like, in the past times, Queen of Pain versus DK, co-op could be able to bully, but now with the way Dragon Knight works, it's really hard to actually bully a DK out of lane with the way Dragon Blood is.
I like that. I think Optic, they're reading this though, aren't they? Because it looks like they are sending CCNC down towards the bottom, and they'll put 33 mid against the lone Druid. So I think that's Optic correctly predicting the lanes and getting the matchups back in their favor, right?
Yeah, and I think Liquid, they traditionally do run Matu on the mid as that lone Druid. They did it in the last series as well that they played the lone. All right, okay.
So, yeah, Optic already with the sort of answer in that sense.
And look at Zai already preparing to try to go for some courier snipes here. Puts the ward behind that tier 1 tower mid.
Actually, as I said, 33 has come all the way down bottom. Yeah. I wonder if maybe because the bear was here, that sort of maybe changed their mind and where they think that Matu might be.
They're scouting. They've been scouting Miracle though in the bottom lane. So I think they just. They're switching it up.
They're sort of
they're not too sure. Look at
yeah.
CCNC. He's actually just moving back and forth. He's now moving sort of toward mid.
He's
33
like, I
was
want to
as
play
well.
mid.
All right, he's going mid.
Okay.
They were still debating it.
33 was like, please let me mid. Let me mid quit. I was like, no, I got this, bro.
And Zai will pull the creep wave to make sure that 33 actually gets that experience. Oh, GH, my control.
Going in on him. Peter Pan down, we'll be fine.
Has Nightmare skilled. He was Nightmare versus these creep pulls is the ideal, but he actually gets stunned up again. PPD. He might have just died to the clap.
He certainly has.
He is dead.
That's first blood for GH.
First blood on the
Coming back in a little unnecessarily there.
Yeah, he stepped back in. Big mistake.
So these lanes, as they've set up with CCNC indeed going and sticking to the mid lane, 33 going down towards the bottom. Is that actually a bit better than for Liquid?
I mean, I think they're both gonna farm in the mid lane, like DK versus Lone Druid. They're not really gonna kill each other. Maybe when Lone Druid gets 5, he can start putting some pressure slightly onto the DK. But I think they want to be able to have this Zai doing this creep manipulation for the Tidehunter, which is gonna net 33 to get experience. Kuro walks down.
They're going to give him a bit of chase down here, Zai, and 33. Couple of hits. Out top. PPG trying to just do its best to disrupt the aggression of Liquid and make sure the space is there for Pycat's Gyro.
Kuro's actually just gonna try to zone down bottom here. This is exactly what Misery's been doing. Just Orb of Venom, spawn some trees, try to zone that offlaner as best as possible. But Titan really level 2. And Miracle. Having this being ranged hero versus Tidehunter, gonna be able to farm very nicely with that base damage. So both fours actually doing the exact same movement. They both move toward the bounties, claim them at the exact same time. Some very similar stuff happening on both sides here.
So can we imagine on this bottom lane, will Kuro sort of leave Miracle on his own? Because surely Miracle, is he not going to want to try and get the solo experience out of this lane so he can hit those key level timings on the quad?
I mean, with TPs, sure, he might make movements around just to look for kills. Probably toward the top lane whenever GH and my control get ahead and get a good number advantage, like without creeps. I think he can definitely move there. Ganking mid, not really that likely. I don't think they mind splitting experience at the moment.
Okay.
And top lane's going really well for Liquid already. They're putting pressure onto the Gyro, as you see, 9 and 4 last hits compared to the 14 and 7 of the Queen of Pain. Oh, GH just missed the side pull. I mean, it is pretty hard now to be able to get it every single time, but if you do get those side pulls, it actually does make the lane a lot easier. And Kuro will TP to base, heal up that mana, and we'll see where his next destination is.
CCNC fall a little behind in experience here with the high amount of denies that Matuma Man's being able to get from this lane.
Yeah.
As he just hit 15 to 10 against the 11 for 2. Top lane. There's the TP you talked about. As soon as they find an opening to go on to Pycat, Kuro wants to join him for the kill
body blocks.
Oh, he's doing it as well with his treants on PPD.
And they will get him as well.
They have done indeed. Burrow Strike comes in, can't even get the brain sap out. That's the rotations you're looking for from Kuro's Nature's Prophet.
I mean, this is putting a lot of threat here already on Optic. It's 2k gold lead at the start because they're securing all 3 lanes. Now this Queen of Pain can be left alone bottom. Kuroki can just feel free to move around with GH.
Yeah, that really was the thing I said, sort of the start. Do you worry about the XP sharing? And the answer is no, you don't, with the amount of denies Miracle's been able to get, as he does have the level advantage, pretty much a clear level ahead of 33's Tide.
And the mid lane already just a clear advantage for Matu having the bear as well as his hero at the last hit. That extra damage is enough for him to do perfectly fine versus CCNC. A kill, like we said, is very unlikely versus the Dragon Knight, but he is starting to put some pressure on with those entangles.
I guess the question is, how do you sort of get something done with Zai's Bounty Hunter? Where can he go to sort of alleviate some of the pressure and the fact that Liquid are managing to succeed in pretty much all 3 lanes at the moment?
I mean, they're in a lot of trouble here with this tri lane being top. Zai has moved his way to try to put some pressure on here.
PPD's just dead. They managed to right-click him down. Kuro in a bit of trouble as Zai will look to chase down the Nature's Prophet. The Drunken Haze comes through, but still Zai gets the touch. Zai will find the kill. It may cost him his life though, as GH and Mind Control look to run him down. Will find it. Double kill for Mind Control. Now Pycat left on his own. Now Kuro actually back in with the TP up top. Bottom lane, Miracle is actually able to get the solo kill onto 33, and Pycat, he's still all on his lonesome here. The TPs are coming through. Can they get there in time to help him out? They cannot. That'll be the death of the Gyro. Mind Control pots the Fairy Fire. PPD looking for revenge. He'll pop out the Nightmare. Hit onto this Brew Protruder, but the misses. Is it enough? It is. PPD will find it with the right clicks. In fact, that's not just a double. He looks for another. Zai will be able to take down Kuro. So Optic Gaming do strike back at that bit of an attempt up top from Liquid. Bit of a messy one. GH still not kind of done here. Goes for the Burrow Strike onto PPD.
Yeah, there you're seeing come into play is the Rocket Barrage getting tanked up by those treants. There's so many units there that it doesn't really do as much damage as you usually expect. Now top.
Fight's not over top. GH in with the Burrow Strike onto Zai. Zai will fall. PPD now being turned towards GH. Will have the Burrow Strike back up in a couple of seconds, but PPD gets himself underneath the tier 1 tower.
Liquid is... they're winning all 3 lanes because of these movements.
Even though Optic were able to find some kills in return up that top lane, still not enough to swing them back in favor. 8 for 4, 3k lead 6 minutes in. As we saw in a Miracle down bottom, getting these sort of solo kills, keeping him in a very good place. As the CS for him and Matumba, man, it's pretty much perfect CS here at the moment. 6 minutes in, 39 for 16 and 35 for 14.
Yeah, already the Dominator finished on the bear.
Rotation.
Miracle's just gotten lots of heavy stats at the start here. Getting the Robe of the Magi, the Ring of Aquila. And it's actually forced 33 kind of out of the lane. Just with all this pressure. GH looking to try to secure this mid tower. See the Dominator takes the siege creep, and in comes Kuroki.
Top lane Mind Control is getting gone upon. The 3 of them do surround him. He is not level 6 as of yet. They've got the Nightmare. PPD sets up for Pycat to close the gap with the Rocket Barrage, and Optic will punish the off-lane Brew, left alone. As indeed the supports of Liquid looking to put pressure onto the mid lane.
They have to get all the kills possible whenever they see the movements coming out, because Liquid already claimed this tower with this extra siege creep.
That's a very early tier 1 tower mid to fall. 7 minutes in. Early objectives for Liquid. And they're going to push on the pressure for more. With this Nature's Prophet and Lone Druid, they've got a lot of pushing potential. GH even playing around with CCNC there with the Burrow Strike, but now CCNC.
They've got to bring like everybody here from Optic to push them away.
He's trying to get some sort of a control here. They have got 33, but he's not level 6, does not have the Ravage. Pycat and Zai are there though. They've got their eyes towards Matumba Man. There's the homing missile cooldown as well. They surround the Lone Druid.
Nicely done.
And they will find Matumba.
A very needed kill with that rotation from Pycat. He knows like it's already a bit of a problem the way that the game is going, so he has to be moving around, making sure they don't lose all these towers so early. That gives Mind Control more. He's level 6 on the Brew now.
Where's my pension?
Miracle's going to go for the Orchid build on the Queen of Pain.
PPD.
Zai is making his way toward top.
I'm trying to set up here onto the Brew, but as you say, he does have Primal Split available. He's got the backup of Kuro. Doesn't need to pop the ult, as already Pycat and PPD have to back away with the presence of the Nature's Prophet. Bottom lane, instant jump in again from Miracle. Sees an opportunity for a solo kill, and he finds it with the Sonic Wave. Top lane, Pycat will TP away from this push, as he does not want to be caught off by the pressure that Liquid are applying.
This tower's dead, though.
This spot, I mean, 33, he's having a rough time down here. He
level
is
is
in
he?
the bottom 3 net worth.
Level
He has
6.
got his level 6, but level 9 on Miracle.
Yeah, he's going to have a very early Orchid timing in this game. Not the easiest ways to really catch him out either. They've got Fiend's Grip eventually when they have 6 on Bane as well as like Dragon Knight, but the animation from Fiend's Grip is pretty hard to get off on Queen.
And look at this, they're
In a lot of
trying for a
instances.
smoke player. They do have the Ravage. Maybe Optic Gaming can find something big if they can get 33 on the front lines. Kuro pretty far up and out on his own. They obviously want to try and look for the bigger targets. Zai has eyes on them. They may just have to settle for Kuroki, who heads into the tree line, goes straight for the TP out. Are they going to be able to cancel it in time? No, they're not. Kuro's out of there. And the smoke from Optic unable to catch any of the members of Liquid.
Oh man, Optic getting heavily outmaneuvered, and it's costing them in the economy department. Already a 5k gold lead for Liquid, as well as a 3k experience lead. And during all this too, since they've gotten these early towers, you see the ward vision coming out from them is very, very good, very deep to be able to watch where the gyro is moving in particular. Pycat already set back heavily, bottom 5 net worth. They have to catch back up through some big kills. PPD goes bottom to try to get that level 6. They need the Fiend's Grip as well as the Bounty Hunter to get tracked, but Zai is still quite a ways away.
Zai just keeping tabs on the Sand King and making sure they can grab the bounty runes away from him. Mid lane CCNC putting some pressure on the tier 1 tower with the Elder Dragonform, but TPs are coming through from Liquid. They're going to look to try and fight. Kuro TPing in, GH opening up with the Burst Strike straight away. The cooldown will come out from Pycat, but he's already out of there, leaving CCNC for dead. As he'll be surely chased down. Can they quite get him? It looks like the bear's sort of blocking them up at the moment. Actually, CCNC is going to be able to survive. The Caustic Finale slow comes through. He turns with a Dragon Tail onto the bear. The Timmerman still trying to chase, but CCNC, he may just be fine
The
here.
troll creep.
Oh no! They've got him. Or have
And
they?
the root.
Yes, they do. There's the root. There's the RNG that Matumba needed to help them seal the deal. That's that. It certainly took them a fair bit of time, but they get the job done. Liquid, in fact,
Miracle jumps in.
just jumps in and takes the kill. Is he going to be able to get out of this? 33 pops the Ravage. He really wants this. Blink's going to be back up in a second. He has been tracked.
Oh no.
Immediately goes for the Blink. The TP out. Miracle makes it away. Nice Ravage, he says.
And they get top tower, and they kill the gyro. Everything for Optic is actually just completely falling apart in this game. It's an 8k lead already.
I mean, what has happened? Because Optic, we've seen in the game, said they have been looking really hot here at LAN, but this game, something is just not working out because they're now at an 8k deficit. This is one of the harshest openings to a game that Optic have had here. 33 comes in, but he's got no Ravage. Immediately gets Burrow Strike. They pop the Primal Split. Pycat trying to hold back the side of Liquid with the cooldown, but 33, falling incredibly low, has to back himself away. Liquid will start to retreat as they do begin to get tracked up. Kuro goes for the TP out. They do get the stun onto him in time. Kuro should be punished for this. The track's there. Bounces from the Shuriken and the homing missile, holding him down for the brief fire to finish him off. Zai gets rooted though. Matumba turns with the bear. Finds a return kill, but Optic making sure that they can get the favorable trade. They've got the grab onto the Brewmaster and will take a second. This time able to punish Liquid. And these are track kills ending up for Optic.
But they're completely on the defensive aspect here. They are actually having to react to everything that Liquid's doing. They're not able to make their own moves on the map because of how aggressive Liquid's being with their draft. A big problem here.
Miracle very close to having a pretty much a 13-minute Orchid at this rate with this tower going down. Optic Gaming. Are they going to be able to do anything about the tier 1? Not the tier 1 at least. They will group up around the tier 2.
They don't have Ravage available though. I don't think that they can actually take the fight, even though Liquid does not have any of their ultis either.
Bottom lane, Pycat. He's out here on his own. He's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to run. He's trying to hide. Can he juke his way out of this?
Just a bit here. There's the Mud Golem chasing as well with that stun if they can close the gap.
Pretty speedy. There's GH.
And GH has a blink already.
He's got the control. Another kill for Matumba as Pycat caught out alone. Optic desperately needing to find some way to slow down this game because at the moment, 13 minutes in, Liquid nearly reaching on a 10k gold lead.
That's the Orchid on Miracle. They're going to have to just get some... I mean, they have to get big kills here with like their Ravage, their call down, and get a lot of track kills to try to catch up in this one because I mean, Liquid is playing at such a great pace here already, and now with Blink Dagger, as we said, on GH and Mind Control, they can look to take these fights. Split's going to be back up in 10 seconds. Optic, I don't think that they can take an engagement versus Liquid either. And during all this as well, Matumba Man is 300 gold from that relic, so the Radiance is going to be in a pretty adequate timing.
They've just been unable to slow down even Matumba or Miracle this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a lot based on the way the lanes went. The top lane, they were able to get so much on Mind Control that with Kuroki porting into, they put a lot of pressure onto Pycat. And Miracle just free farmed, as well as Matu in the mid lane.
I mean, you sort of ask yourself, would things have been any different, do you think, if they did put the DK down bottom of the Tide in the mid?
I don't think so. I think the DK actually might die even worse than the Tide Hunter.
Okay.
Because in Tide mid, you're not going to be able to farm that well versus the Lone Druid either. It's probably the same outcome.
Smoke up from Liquid. They've got the high ground. They've got their eyes on CC&C. Do they want to jump this? He's pretty close to the base. They do. They go in straight away with the Orchid, Epicenter and all as they bring down the Dragon Knight. And they've got the lane pushed in down bottom to take this tier 2 tower as well. 15 minutes in.
And again, it's Liquid making all the moves. Optic, they're so on the back foot that they actually can't make any aggressive plays here.
They're just playing so fast. This is an incredibly fast game from Liquid that is proving so far to be hugely successful against Optic Gaming, as they just don't seem to have an answer for this pace of play.
They're even knocking at the base again here.
Just desperately trying to clear things out here with the cooldown and Flak pushing back the bear.
Liquid, they force everybody back. As soon as they see all of them there, they start to split up and go farm the side lanes.
They need Pycat to somehow get those items that he needs to sort of be able to hold back these pushes, but the way things are going, he does have to go for that BKB straight up after the drums, and he is a long way away from it.
And the thing is that they've really lacked damage on the side of Optic too. Like, it's pretty much all going to come from that gyrocopter. The rest of them don't really do that much in terms of damage versus Liquid. Like, it's the call down and the rest of the gyro spells, like Ravage, sure, but Dragon Knight at this point isn't really that damage dealing force. Neither is the Bane or the Bounty Hunter.
It's a bit of an interesting one here from Miracle, going for the Shadow Blade after the Orchid, despite playing against the Bounty Hunter.
He's done this in the past, though, right? Yeah, I've definitely seen him go the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's still fun to do against a Bounty? I mean, I guess you're not really too worried about the Bounty at this stage, and you are so far ahead that you could sort of question, does it really matter what he does by? But
it's really hard for them to catch him already, right?
Yeah.
And I think he wants to have that, and then maybe also being able to build into the Silver Edge eventually. He's versus a Dragon Knight, he's versus a Tide Hunter. If he gets Silver Edge, they can try to kill those heroes very quickly. And now they're actually making their way into the Roche Pit with this medallion.
Very hard for Optic to sort of get a look in onto this as well, with the lead that Liquid have. These team fights, if they do try and take them, are going to be very hard to do so, and even more so now with the Radiance fully complete on Matumba Man.
Liquid's just not giving them any space. They're not making any mistakes. 33 bottom. GH ports in. He is tracked.
I've got more coming in. 33. Trying to get himself away from this, but Mind Control jumps forward. Pycat looks to slow them down with the cooldown, but GH jumps himself across with the Epi and the Burrow. They'll be able to slowly claim this kill on 33 as he tries to walk his way out of there. The Kraken Shell helping him out a little bit, but not enough. GH finds the finisher with the Burrow Strike. Optic still just unable to really find any sort of favorable trades against these plays that Liquid are getting away with.
And they're not able to even get any small pickoffs, right? They have a Bane, they have a Bounty Hunter, and a DK with a Blink Dagger. So now they want to try to catch people off guard when they're split up, but Liquid haven't been giving those options pretty much at all this game. They're just playing as a unit, even with like their itemization too. Now you see Kuroki, he's going for just a mech on the Nature's Prophet next, just be able to withstand, because like we said, Optic very limited on the damage.
Yeah, as you said, yeah, after that sort of initial combo from the AoE team fight, the cooldown, the Ravage, if you can offset that with a quick burst heal,
yeah,
it's going to be very hard for Optic Gaming to finish off the bigger targets on Liquid.
And now look at this, they're actually all just stuck together, but they're gonna smoke. They need to get some 5-man track kills whenever Liquid does split up. Are they gonna be able to find anybody? Mind Control?
They will jump in. Can they kill him off in time? They've got the grip. They certainly can. Enough control there from Optic to find the Brew. Can they get the bear as well? be a tasty bit of 300 gold. They're going to give him a bit of a rundown.
They might get baited into a fight here, though, GH.
He comes in with the ep. He's managed to get 2 of them straight away with the burst. They've killed off both the Gyro and the Bane Pycat. And Peter Pan diggity damn to the sidelines. 33 is well in trouble. Miracle gets the triple.
And Zai gets dusted up. They've got the stun from GH.
And found him. Miracle wants that ultra and he'll find it.
CCC will get the stun on Miracle, but Miracle has an Aegis.
And I think CCC, he wants to give Miracle that rampage.
Can he get it? The damage
Is
isn't enough.
Oh, he really wants it, Miracle. Is he going to get it? Oh,
no. He's not going to get it. He's lost his time. But they're losing their Rax top.
They are.
I actually think Optic's already out of this game.
Oh, he gets the kill at the end of it all. He does find CCNC. Pycat is just slowly dying. It's over, Popog.
This game is definitely over. They've already got Rax top. Mid's getting threatened now too, and it's just Liquid.
It's a 20k gold lead at 19 minutes in. This is a very different Optic to what we've been seeing in the other games. They've been looking incredibly strong, but this time round, Liquid, they've just broken them. As they are just hemorrhaging kill after kill now, Optic. There is no coming back into this game.
No, definitely not. Now Matu just makes his way toward bottom.
GG. It's cool. They tap out. Liquid.
Oh my.
I mean, there's no nice way to put it. That was just a full-out stomp.
It really was.
That was a pretty incredible stomp as well. As I say, because Optic is a team, they have been winning game after game here at LAN. But Liquid just turned up and they just absolutely trashed them.
This draft really does look different, though, from the way Optic has been drafting at this tournament. Like, the way that they actually favored these heroes. We even mentioned it before the draft started. Tidehunter, 0% win rate before this game on 5 games. Now it's 6 games, 0%. Gyrocopter's also sitting at about a 20%, and Liquid they absolutely took advantage of that. Having this Nature's Prophet being able to TP and cause all this pressure onto the Gyrocopter, there was no way back in from Optic.
No, that's a bit of a rough one for Optic. They're going to have to go back and look at things there. And Liquid, well, they may have, they dropped, who did they drop a game to yesterday? Was it yesterday? Or the day before? They've had a couple of losses here at LAN, right?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But there have been a few games where Liquid have been looking a bit shaky. This one, though, is sort of back to the Liquid, the TI winning Liquid.
Yes, they looked in great form. I mean, having GH on the Sand King, I think
this is... The Kuro Prophet.
The Kuro Prophet, while bringing this one out, they looked a lot more in their comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a quick one. 20 minutes, 23-9. Liquid take down Optic. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be back for more Dota 2 here in Group A of DAC in just a few minutes. We'll see you soon.